The sound of the key sliding into the lock at dawn was all the proof I needed. I didn't have to see her face, didn't need to hear her excuses. The click of that door at 6:03 a.m. was enough to crush whatever hope I had left. The room was dim, painted by the faint glow of sunrise slipping through the blinds. I sat motionless on the couch, my chest tight, my jaw set, while the folded note rested on the dining table just a few feet away. My hands wouldn't stop shaking, not because I doubted what I had written, but because I knew that paper carried the death sentence of our marriage. I didn't confront her when she stepped inside. Her heels scuffed against the floor, her purse hitting the couch like nothing was wrong. She thought I was asleep upstairs, waiting to be fed her usual lines. She had no idea I was already finished with the charade. Her name is Lena. We'd been married 7 years. She was the kind of woman people noticed when she entered a room. Bright, magnetic, with a laugh that pulled others closer. And for most of those years, I believed I was the lucky man who got to hold her heart. But 3 months ago, the ground began to shift beneath me. The way her phone became an extra limb, never leaving her hand. The unexplained nights out, the so-called work dinners that bled into mornings. Her sudden obsession with looking perfect. New dresses, manicures, hours at the gym that had nothing to do with me. And then there was her smile. Once soft, playful mine. Now she rehearsed it in the mirror before walking out the door, as if preparing it for someone else. I tried to dismiss it as paranoia. I told myself I was overthinking, clinging to trust because the alternative was unbearable. But the truth clawed its way through one night when she stumbled home drunk. She muttered something about late hours with her team, slurred and careless. I might have believed her, until I saw the receipt spilling out of her purse. A 2-person dinner at a restaurant she'd once declared too romantic for anything but an anniversary. That night, the first crack split through my chest. Still I played along. I smiled when she lied, kissed her cheek when she reeked of cologne that wasn't mine, pretended not to see the smeared lipstick she scrubbed away too late. I studied her like a stranger, cataloging every false excuse. Traffic. Drinks after work. A night at Sarah's because it was too late to drive. Each word sharpened like glass, slicing me open as I wondered if she could see me unraveling in silence. The breaking point came with a phone call. It was nearly midnight when she rang, her voice casual, drowned beneath the thump of music. "Don't wait up," she said. "We're celebrating the new project." But it wasn't what she said, it was what I heard next. A man's voice, deep, intimate, close enough to brush her ear. "Come on, baby. They can wait." Then her laugh. The laugh that used to belong to me. She didn't even bother muting the phone. That was the moment the last thread snapped. My hands shook as I set the phone down, but this time it wasn't grief. It was the clarity of knowing I couldn't go on like this. I sat at the table with a pen, letting the words bleed out of me. "Lena, I've known for some time. You don't need to explain. The late nights, the lies, the silence, it all fits now. I loved you more than I knew I was capable of, and I thought forever was ours. But forever doesn't drag itself home at sunrise smelling like someone else. Forever doesn't lie while looking straight into the eyes of their husband. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. I'm not here to argue, to scream, or to beg. I'm just taking back what's left of me. Don't call. Don't chase me. We're finished." I signed it simply, Ethan. At 6:03 a.m., the door opened. I lingered in the hallway's shadows, heart pounding, watching her toss her bag aside and shuffle into the kitchen. She spotted the note almost instantly. I watched her hands tremble as she unfolded it, her lips forming the words silently, her face draining of color. Her knees buckled. She caught the table for balance. "Ethan," she whispered to the empty room, her voice barely holding. She pressed the paper against her chest as tears pooled in her eyes. For a fleeting, cruel second, I almost stepped out. I almost let her see me, almost gave her the chance to beg for forgiveness. But then I remembered the man's voice, the scent of cologne, the laughter. Instead, I turned away and slipped out the back door, leaving her alone with the silence she had created. I drove for hours without direction, the rising sun a weight pressing heavier on me with every mile. I thought leaving would feel like freedom. Instead, it hollowed me out, grief sitting where love used to live. That's the part no one prepares you for about betrayal. It doesn't just end a marriage. It destroys the version of yourself that believed love was unbreakable. I wasn't just losing Lena. I was losing the man who had believed her promises. My phone buzzed nonstop. Her name flashing over and over. Messages poured in. Please, apologies, desperate promises. Please, Ethan. Come home. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. You're my husband. We can fix it. But with each new message, the weight lifted just a little. Because how do you fix trust once it's been shattered? You can't. By noon, I powered the phone off. That night, in a cheap motel room far away from the life I had abandoned, I lay on the bed staring at the ceiling. Memories of our past flickered cruelly in my mind. Our wedding day, our first home, the nights we dreamed of the future. It felt like someone else's life now, a story that belonged to strangers. And I understood something. She might regret it. She might cry. She might beg until her voice broke. But nothing could erase the choice she had made. The choice to give herself to someone else while I waited at home, still believing in her. That was the truth I couldn't forgive. I never returned. For weeks she tried, calls, emails, even letters slipped under my friend's door. Then eventually, the noise faded into silence. Maybe she moved on. Maybe she didn't. I never asked. What I did know was this. Leaving her wasn't just about escaping her lies. It was about pulling myself out of the wreckage before I drowned in it. She had expected me to be asleep when she walked through the door that morning, ready to swallow her excuses one more time. Instead, she found the truth laid bare in ink. And for once, she was the one left to sit in the silence.